Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Nerd Night Open Panel with. Oh, Gorilla, you have no device connected. There we go.
Yeah, I plugged my camera to plug my computer back into the actual internet there.
How you doing, Gorilla?
I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. Looks like I'll be having half day at work tomorrow.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we
Hopefully, I
got
get the
about
same.
a foot. Well, we got about a foot of snow with 50-mile-an-hour winds coming in.
We got snow in the forecast tomorrow too. Maybe a couple of inches, but well, with that and the holiday weekend, it's enough to freak them out.
Yeah, they probably won't cancel it on you.
Yeah. Hello, Woke Breaker. That's a new name. I haven't seen you before. Welcome to the channel. Gorilla, have you seen Woke Breaker before? On any of your stuff?
Bookburger, no. No, I have not.
Welcome.
That name is totally new to me.
Oh, that's good. Oh, I guess he's getting some snow too.
Ugh.
Hate this stuff. Give me all the rain possible, but yep, here we go. Hey, PvP, how you doing?
Oh, not too bad. How are you guys today?
No, not bad.
Just waiting for the rain to come in or the snow to come in.
You wish it was rain. Man, that sounds bad. You're going to have a heck of a time. You got to actually drive to work in that tomorrow, Gorilla? Like, wow, that sounds a bit scary.
Yeah, well, the blizzard warning doesn't start till 10 o'clock, so they'll probably start snowing around 9, and then the winds will probably pick up around 2
Yeah.
or 1 or 2.
Hey. Kapla, bird of prey. Welcome to the show.
Hey. Kapla, bird.
I think I followed you from somewhere. Geeks and Gamers, Nerdotic, some channel, can't remember.
Oh, one of those assholes, right?
Yeah. You've been PvP?
Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. Finished my work week yesterday. Got my hours cut a bit, but I actually don't mind getting an extra day. So I got a 4-day weekend, which is bloody nice. Hey?
You got your hours cut again?
Yeah, about I guess it was just around the end of December. Yeah. Yeah, so it's been a few weeks now, so it kind of sucks, but should be okay for this month, and I should be okay for February. I don't know. I'm gonna have to maybe speak to my boss about getting another agent. Yeah, because they come and go all the time, right? I mean, I've been there almost 4 years, and they come and go.
Bird.
So hours fluctuate.
Let's see, we got a little more.
Bird.
Hello, world. It's Birdo Prey 5. Kapla.
And Tim and
hey, motherfuckers.
John.
Jim, we met before briefly, I think.
It's our resident
hey, John.
fruitcake nerd.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
And hey, Tim.
Did not quite recognize your name.
I'm Gil.
Yeah, he's on Salties all the time.
Yeah, and LDG Space.
Yeah, that's where I recognize you from.
TOS episode, Patterns of Force. He's the guy who goes,
the German guy.
Historian who tries to reinstate a certain German fascism in the future.
Hey, you're actually from Germany, aren't you?
Yes, I am. What gives it away? How do you know? How can you tell?
What doesn't?
Oh no. Well, we actually had a German foreign exchange student one time, and she tried calling a town of like 100,000 a village or a small town.
You actually have an accent yourself. Where are you from?
Minnesota.
Hey, Minnesota. Okay.
So he's Southern Canadian.
Oh, fuck you.
And
We kind of think
Wow.
of places like Minnesota as almost a little part of Canada in a way, because they are into hockey quite a bit in your part of the world. I think, Gorilla, are they not?
Hockey?
No, we're more
you know-
we're more beating the crap out of people and maybe kick a little fucking burnt sausage patty around, but we're more than beating the crap out of each other.
Okay.
You gotta be
Hey,
honest.
Basketball.
You gotta be honest though. Who the hell says hockey like HAW? KEH. KEA. Fuck.
Don't hurt yourself trying to figure it out. Right? Jesus.
I've had too much vodka.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not a sport Europeans are too familiar with or
Yeah, hockey's
really
not
good at.
really big over in Europe. I'm guessing. I know there's
Yeah,
probably
it was only invented here, but you know.
I think they've had a few exhibition games in places like the UK once in a while, but yeah, it's not. I mean, I guess
Yeah, it's
I
a
guess
sport that was invented here, and you know, it's played
Are you
in every
saying
high
rugby on
school
ice?
here, and you know.
Germany invented hockey?
No, Europe invented hockey. It was invented in the UK, I think.
no, I was invented in Canada, but
No,
I guess
it wasn't.
football. Yeah, yes, it was.
No, it
Football's
wasn't.
football's the big thing over in Europe, though.
You actually call it
As you call it.
football. You
Soccer,
actually
as
call
we
it football.
know it by here.
Yeah, but very respectful of you to call it football.
Well, that's what Europeans call it. I understand. So
Yeah.
The sad thing is that
We
that's
don't
fun.
just call it that. It's literally that. You play the ball with your foot.
yes,
So-
That's gonna say that's the only that's the only thing Europeans that say that makes sense, because football, there's hardly any footwork done in football except for the kicker. And
I mean,
American
Just the
football,
way
It is
God
an
intended.
unfortunate name.
I actually
European
read
football, it's all feet.
I actually read a story the other day that a 3-hour American football game has
Oh,
11
think you're
minutes
upsetting
of
the
Come
Canadians.
action.
on up, Bosco, goddammit.
Has
Haven't
11
seen you
minutes
in a
of
good week.
action, and the rest is
A minute.
advertisements and replays. And I actually talked about that with an American football fan, with Indigo, the son of Gary of Nerdrotic, who is a big football fan. And he said, yeah, that sounds about right. It's about 11 minutes of action, and the rest is advertisements and replays.
Well,
And
we
a
also have a half
3-hour
hour.
football.
We also have the half-hour halftime show. So
Yeah,
Dancing Girls
and
and Blue.
the reason I like what you call soccer is because there's not as much scoring as in American sports, yes, but they're constantly moving. They're always
The problem with
moving.
soccer is the ties.
Yeah,
Constant
that's the thing. I realized there's not as much scoring as in American sports, and I am, by the way, a huge basketball fan. And actually, basketball is a very popular sport in Europe. And I was actually in the audience when the local team of my city ascended into the top league. In the German basketball league, and it was a great game. and basketball is an amazing sport which I personally love, and I also love the NBA, especially the I do kind of miss the old days of the 90s Chicago Bulls with, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and Dennis Rodman, and,
Yeah,
but, the NBA is great in general, but the European basketball leagues are underrated. I watched the Basketball World Cup this year, where Germany beat the USA, even though the USA didn't send their best stars. So
Yeah. And
so
hello, Tim.
So the USA didn't send their best
Oh,
ones.
me. I mean, wait, Tim, the other Tim.
But
Hey, Tim.
it was still great for Germany to beat the USA and Germany to be a world champion in the basketball world championship. I watched all the games. It was a great world championship.
I don't
Yeah.
know what you watched.
That's
I'm
okay. You
pretty
beat our
sure.
third stringers.
The basketball
it's
world
possible.
championship this year.
Germany could not have beat the USA.
They had genetically
No,
augmented
bird of
people
prey. I
when
just
they became a team.
literally told you.
I don't
the
know
US
what game you thought you played, but I can tell you
bird of
there are
prey.
more people with more talent in basketball
Literally
within
just
5
told
miles of
you.
my house
Bird,
than in all
hello.
of Europe.
Hello, are you deaf? I just told you the USA didn't send their greatest stars. LeBron wasn't in it, and Stephen Curry wasn't in it, and they didn't send their biggest stars.
What
So
was it,
Germany
an Olympic
beat
game or something?
No, it was a world championship, and the USA didn't send their biggest stars.
I don't think they
There
sent
were
any
some
stars.
there were some semi-prominent names, but not like LeBron and Stephen Curry, and they weren't in it. So Germany basically beat a B team of the USA. That's what I was
Bees are
telling.
being a
Like
little generous about
A
it.
Z team.
Yeah.
No, a B team.
D team.
There were
E
some.
team.
There were some recognizable American names, but not the biggest ones.
A lot of Americans have the same names.
Yeah, but Bird, you also have to realize that the NBA is no longer all Americans. Like a lot of Germans play in the NBA. Like
What?
the entire German team plays in the NBA. Like the
German team plays in the NBA.
yes, the
Like Dirk
Wagner
Nowitzki.
brothers.
Used
The
Yeah,
Wagner
there are.
brothers. They play for was it Oklahoma? I don't know. And Daniel Theiss and Dennis Schröder. They all play in the NBA. The famous German basketball players all play in the NBA.
I don't know what NBA.
I'll point out they're not starters.
No, they're all stars. Dennis Schröder.
Who?
Dennis Schröder. I have to look at what team he fucking
I'm
plays
kind
in.
of curious. I can tell you, I've never ever heard that name on basketball on news in the United
Dennis
States.
Schröder plays for Toronto Raptors.
Well, there you go.
Daniel,
Toronto's not part of the United States.
Plays
is it?
in America.
Thais plays for LA Clippers. The Wagner brothers. Yeah, not the fucking composer from the 18th century.
Use a discount Google there, John. Is that what's happening?
Wikipedia. I just
Hey,
entered the
Cody
last
guy
name. It gives me,
and
it gives me
Captain
the fucking.
Fandom. Welcome
me
to the
the
show, guys.
Fandom. What? Uh, what were their
Hey,
first names?
Vasco. Hey, Captain. Cody.
Hey, Captain.
I think they were playing for San Antonio. I don't actually know. But anyway, all the famous German basketball players play in the NBA. And where did I leave my fucking cigarette? Oh, I don't have one. Okay. Anyway, and Germany won the basketball world championship against Serbia, I think, in the final. We beat the USA in the semifinal, but the USA was like a C team because, you know, all the most famous players weren't in it. And the USA actually talked
went from
about it
B to C?
that in the next tournament they're going to pull out some bigger guns like LeBron and stuff like that, because that was really embarrassing that they put like their Z
Yeah, but
team.
we don't need LeBron running his mouth on the international stage. It's bad enough he runs his mouth on the national stage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Runs it
but
tiny.
they said that in interviews that you know, that was really embarrassing because that was not the first world championship the USA lost, and they said they're kind of done with doing the, you know, C or D or E or Z teams, and that they should really get some bigger names on the international tournaments, because there is a little bit of prestige in that.
Yeah. Unlike with the soccer leagues, the NBA penalizes players for participating in those.
Yeah, I know that. That was actually part of the discussion, but there's also they also recognize there's a bit of prestige in, you know, the international tournaments, that the USA, the country that invented basketball, should be dominating basketball and not be beaten at it. So
Should have sent a bunch of the inner city kids to go play the world tournaments.
Yeah.
They know how to. They can really play. Cheap shot here and there, but they can play.
yeah,
Right here, there.
It's just that of all the American sports, basketball has been the most internationally popular, so people can play it everywhere because it's a really popular sport all around the planet. I
It's a very
played
simple
basketball
game.
for years. I played basketball for years. And I'm not bad at it. Well, I wasn't bad at it.
But
Now
you
I
weren't
am.
in the NBA, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but but I wasn't bad at it. Now I probably would be because I'm an old motherfucker. I'm over 40 now. But like in the day as a teenager, I wasn't bad at it. I was bad at soccer because I kicked the ball and it went any fucking direction, just not the one I wanted it to go.
Yeah.
So in other words, you kicked it into your own. You kicked it into the other team's goal.
Yeah, basically, I kick the ball and it just goes wherever. That sport is harder than you think. You kick the ball and you just go, okay, that wasn't the plan.
And Basco, It was invented by a Canadian, but he had already immigrated. Don't need to show that. So
Fucking Canadians.
technically, it's an American game.
It is. Fucking Canadians
like
always trying to fucking take credit for everything.
Just like everything Shatner has done since he moved here is ours, not yours.
Yes.
I don't want to use that logic because then we'd have to claim Bieber.
By the way, Jim, can you put the names in?
Should have.
What's he asking?
But
the names,
the
names.
Where is that
name.
setting?
I don't actually know who I'm talking to.
I think it's at like the front, like in your buttons on the bottom. Is there a settings?
Let's see here.
Layout
we just got
something?
the layout.
No, not there. At the very bottom of the screen.
Very. Where are we going? Invite, leave studio, present, settings. Right there we go. General, visible background, recordings, hotkeys, layouts. I am not seeing one that has names in it.
Where do you know the StreamYard settings?
Trying to figure it out.
Let's see. Yes, can display items, presented menus such as slide screen. That ain't it.
I thought it was right underneath the how you display the people in the yard. Like you had scroll down and right underneath the window.
Oh, that's Tim. I recognize his voice.
Oh, a second. Let me go in LDG's room. I can find it.
That kicks. No, edit mic, edit name.
Now at the point where I recognize Tim's voice. Wow. What past my life is taking.
Go under brand. It's under theme. Show display names.
Brand theme. Where is that damn theme?
It's a little slide tab underneath all the little.
There he is.
There we go. Show display names.
That's Gorilla who's talking. Okay.
LED's probably wondering, what the hell did Tim pop in and pop out for?
And Tim said he wasn't a computer technician.
Well, I had to cheat and look somewhere else.
Oh, hey, Melted Copper, come back to the underground. I liked seeing you there. LDG liked seeing you there. Everybody liked seeing you there.
Yeah, I never even noticed that the names weren't there anymore. I'm so used to that just being the default.
You're a hell of a host there, Resolute. Hell of a host.
Yeah.
Well, I know most of you so well, I can just identify the pictures offhand. But Tim, you're usually playing, I think it's Genshin Impact, or
well, today it's Path of Exile.
Yeah.
Tim usually gets killed in everything he's playing. That's his.
That is not true.
That is so true.
That is absolute lies. What are you talking about?
That is so true.
Well, he's not usually doing much in Genshin Impact except for looking at the characters.
There you go.
With
booty.
Yeah, that's the point of that game.
Booty. I haven't played Genshin in quite a while though. I've been playing Honkai Star Rail, the different game. There we go.
I know just as bad as nothing about that as I do the Genshin.
Well, in this case, it's virtually the same thing. It's just the gameplay style is different.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I never was too big on that. Yeah.
Host, what was your preferred topic for tonight?
Oh, no preferred topic. Completely open. Whatever you want to talk about.
That's not a very leadership kind of response.
Just
Let's talk about something.
Yeah, just don't let Bird dare you to whip your dick out there like he did to Danny.
That was special circumstances.
Yeah, no one thought Danny was dumb enough to do it.
Well, in all fairness,
why would anybody think that Danny would be not dumb enough?
Don't worry, I already gave him crap in the chat today for that. Well, the few chats that they read, but
I still don't understand why he did that.
Bird was the one actually on the panel. I had to watch it on rewatch. I was watching it at 2x. So
I don't understand why I did it or he did it.
Either.
At the time, I knew it wasn't going to go live, and I just thought it would be hilarious. Yeah, I also really didn't. He was in such a small window that even if he did do it, it's not like we were really going to see it. So.
Yeah. So you're expecting Salt to be real fast, like booting him.
He had already been booted, I believe.
No, he was standing up. He had his pants on the button there when Salty booted him. His hands were on the button, the unbutton.
So either way, I thought that by the time, even if he had done it, I said it was so small. He was in the tiny bottom window. I really didn't think.
So, Bird, what do you think about the theory that Danny isn't entirely over his drinking? I don't know who I heard it from. That.
Oh, he himself admitted to drinking.
Yeah.
Night, so
okay.
obviously, it's clear he's.
Yeah.
Still drinking. It's not that he's given up drinking. He doesn't think he has a problem. He needs to give it up.
Have a good night, Basco.
See you, Basco.
Yeah, that's weird. My
this
situation.
Is coming very close to talking about somebody else's personal life that we have no business talking about.
Bert,
if Danny wants to come and talk about it,
Bert,
I'll talk about it with him all night long.
Bert, you're not always around when I'm around. You know my situation. I have a full-on relapse. I'm a total alcoholic, and I was sober for a long time. No, right now I am not trying to be anything other than what I am. I'm having a full-on relapse.
I'm sorry to hear that. I do.
Yeah, because the last year my life has been going total shit, and I don't know how else to deal with it. It's a classic alcoholic thing.
But the very fact that you're willing to admit that.
Yeah, I'm aware of it. I'm aware of it, and I want to get rid of it eventually. But right now, things are just so shit in my life, and especially this year, where this whole family drama started. I really don't know how to deal with it, other than drinking lots of stuff. But yeah, I'm aware of my situation and that it's not going to end well if I continue, and that I need to get out of it. Yeah, I mean, I have a full-on relapse. I'm aware of it, and yeah, I understand the situation.
How long ago did this relapse begin?
About a year ago, everything started going wrong, and I started, like Garibaldi said on Babylon 5, I started crawling back into the bottle. Yeah, kind of sucks. Not the most constructive way to deal with problems, but sometimes there isn't a constructive way to deal with things.
Imagine not.
Yeah.
Wish I
Well-
had more advice, but
I mean,
Yeah.
you know that better than anyone, that when people say that alcohol isn't a solution, but sometimes there just isn't any solution. Sometimes things just suck.
True, but you don't need to add fuel to the fire.
Yeah, that's true. But the thing is, sometimes things just suck, and you try to somehow, I don't know, come to terms. I don't know.
Yeah. As long as you're not doing too much harm to yourself and not bringing it on to others, that's
I'm
pretty okay.
definitely, at age 41, I'm way past damaging others with shit I do to myself.
If that's in the past, nothing you can do about that.
Yeah.
Just don't start driving.
But
Some of my
yeah.
dad died.
I don't have a
Well-
driver's license. Never had.
Well, he killed himself in a snowmobile, so you don't need a driver's license for that.
I have a license for a forklift, but I don't have a driver's license.
hell, a forklift's worse than a car.
Wait, how can you have a forklift license but not a driver's license?
Because that doesn't actually require a real license.
Yeah.
It does here.
That's
Does
more like
here.
a certification course. I have forklift certification in 2 states. That doesn't matter. Doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
Unless that's a company policy on our side. I didn't think. I thought you had to have a forklift license to drive a forklift. Or not
No, I
forklift
can't.
license, driver's license.
Obviously, I can't drive a forklift on an open road. But
Hey,
other
if
than
you're
that,
if you were Steve there, you could drive a skyjack on the open road there. Unless you haven't seen that clip.
Gorilla, your state is one of the states I'm actually certified in.
Yeah, but you're right. You're right on the border.
Yeah, still.
So yeah, I have a forklift license, but obviously I can't drive it on an open road because I don't have a driver's license.
That's okay. That doesn't stop half the people in this country from driving anything.
Yeah, it wouldn't stop me either. It's not like I care about things being legal or not, but right now
That's very
I'm
un-German
behaving.
of you.
Yes, I'm a very un-German person.
I don't get how police in New York and other places let people go. Well, you don't have a license. There you go.
I don't know. No, when I lost my
It's not
license,
just New
the
York
cop
bird.
let me drive home.
I
The cop let me
I-
drive home when I lost my license.
I live in one of the most alcoholic cities in Wisconsin. All right, like Ross, Wisconsin, up here, and we had a guy, and this is a few years back. He got arrested for DUI, and he had lost his license multiple times. He didn't have a license. It was his 14th time getting pulled over for DUI, and he still was able to get behind the wheel and drive a car. You know,
Is
how
that
they
the
let a
guy?
guy like that go, I don't know.
That
Hey, Tim,
actually, that
Tim, is that
actually
the guy he
reminds
calls?
me.
Go ahead, there, John.
That actually reminds me of a friend of mine, who got busted driving under the influence of cannabis by the cops. And to get your license back, you have to take a test here in Germany, which costs 2,500 euros, which is, we basically have parity. It's basically the same in dollars. And he took that test after 2 years, got his license back, and then got stoned, drove his car, and got caught by the police again. And we've been making fun of him ever since. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? How fucking stupid are you? He paid like 5,000.
Well,
To
hope
get
it's
his
worth it for
license
one night of
back.
driving.
And gets caught for the exact same thing.
Hey, Tim, the guy.
You fucking moron.
Yeah, Tim, is the guy you talk about? Is that the one that donor operator calls T-Rex? That's from lacrosse.
I don't know. All I remember is hearing it on the radio once, and that's about all I remembered.
Yeah, because donut operator, he has a guy that he calls T-Rex. I think his name's like Nolan or something, and he's been arrested like 17 times and all that. That he keeps doing videos on him. It's pretty entertaining.
It's pretty sad around this area for that stuff. It really is. I mean, I remember this 20 years ago or so, before they put a high rise where the county courthouse parking lot was. Me and I used to hang out with the CB crowd, and we would sit there at the county courthouse lot, just watch the idiots go down to 3rd Street and go get themselves drunk. We sit there and chit chat and just shoot the shit. And one day we're standing there and we see this pickup truck just go flying down 3rd Avenue, and I mean it had to be going 90 miles an hour. And then like 3 cops chasing it right behind it. I'm like, holy fucking shit. And that's the middle of freaking Friday night. That's downtown. People are all over the road down there, going to bars and stuff, because that whole section is nothing but bars. Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, thankfully I don't have too many drunks around here.
Downtown
They're
and
crazy enough.
fucking nowhere.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Tim, but Darren told me what city you live in. It's bumfuck nowhere. That's on a city that's nothing. That's like a speck on the map.
54,000 people.
Well,
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
His town is
four.
Hey, his city is 4 times larger than my county.
That's the
city-
that means
His city is 50
even
times.
more in the middle of nowhere.
I'm in a town of 1,500. There's more people in Jim's
That's not a
apartment.
town. That's not a town. That's
There's more
I
people
call
in
my
Jim's
area-
apartment complex than there is in my town.
I call my area the pimple of the ass crack of the United States. Okay, the Mississippi is the dripping ass crack of the United States, and La Crosse is just a pimple on that ass.
Yeah. I mean, 15. What? Gorilla, you live in like, I don't know, a glorified trailer park.
There's trailer parks bigger than this town.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
10
yeah. Even this town's too big for me. I want to move to the town up north. I'd rather live in the town that's a little northwest of here. It literally has like 5 people in it.
That sounds like a
Gorilla's
dream
making
come
Arizona
true.
look really good right now.
What?
So you're making Arizona look really good right now. My mom found out where my ex-wife was living in Arizona, and it's literally a trailer and another like building that looks kind of like either a warehouse or a garage. And it's nothing but like sand dunes, sand traps, and all sorts of other shit. I'm like, how do you fucking live out there? I think the nearest store was 20 miles away.
Well, if you don't like people, it's very easy.
I guess. No.
I don't like people, and the town I live in right now has a population of 1,500.
What the fuck?
So about the same size of gorillas.
Yeah. That's
And-
literally the exact same size as my town.
The nearest village is 4 kilometers away, which is like 3 miles, I guess.
I was just about to ask, what's that in freedom units?
I guess it's like 3 miles.
The thing I like about this area, though, is I don't really have to worry about my car getting stolen because there's not a lot of that around here. The worst we have, at least in La Crosse, is somebody might take your pocket change out of your car. If you might have like an aftermarket stereo or something, that might get lifted. But your car is usually pretty safe.
But
Oh,
fuck,
yeah.
what a gay name is lacrosse. It's that stupid sport that Ivy League University players play with the weird thing.
That is a
they have,
game that goes back in history, John. That goes back to the Native
No,
Americans.
they still play that.
Well,
It's
it's
just
the
weird.
city is named in honor of that sport.
Why would you honor that? It's just
Why not?
weird that with the stick with the net where they throw a ball. Nobody can make any sense of that stupid game.
Well,
It's just,
I think in all honesty that the city was named to honor the Indian tribes that lived in this area that the colony is probably squelched over the top of. So they tried to at least make some kind of amends by naming cities after them. I don't know.
yeah, but lacrosse doesn't seem like a very Native American word. It seems very
That's
European.
what the name of the sport was in their language.
Yeah, lacrosse.
No, it wasn't.
Lacrosse is a native game. I mean, it's actually the national sport of Canada, believe it or not, even though hockey is the most popular sport.
Yes, but
It's fucking true. Look it up, guys.
Oh, is it?
Lacrosse
I
is
thought we were
national.
just talking about Canada.
I'm talking about the name. La and cross, they're European words. Are you sure that's the original Native American name?
Yes.
Pretty sure.
Cross is a European word. La is a European word.
You know, the words can be in more than one place.
Okay.
Yes, I understand that, but
I just looked. It is the oldest organized sport in North America, with its origins with the indigenous people of North America as early as the 12th century. It
Yeah.
was,
talking?
however, it was extensively modified by European colonists when they came to North America. So, you know, it does have multiple influences, I guess, for the modern
Ah,
game.
it's PvP.
Fair enough. See, we just learned something new.
By the
Yeah, well, I've
sport
known,
none of
I've
us
been aware.
watch.
As a Canadian, I've been aware lacrosse was our national sport for a long time. So, even though most Canadians couldn't care less about it, actually, because hockey's the big thing here. But go figure, right?
Nobody,
You know.
nobody cares about lacrosse, but it exists in like Ivy League.
Jeez.
Well, I
Crap,
guess I
garbage.
imagine the fans and the players care, but oh well.
Yeah,
How
but
many of
fuck
those
them.
exist?
Oh,
Is there even
boy.
a pro?
Anyway, hello PvP. I just noticed you were here.
Yeah, I was away for a while. I wanted to put some supper into the oven,
He
so I
was
was
here
away
before
for
we
a while.
got here.
Yeah, I was here earlier on, but then I thought, geez, I haven't put anything on for supper yet, so I better, put something in the old oven. So I mixed up a meatloaf and peeled some potatoes, cut up some
Meatloaf.
stuff for French fries, all that good
Good
stuff.
old fashioned meatloaf.
Yeah, it's a good staple, and it's not that difficult to cook. So pretty simple dish really. But hey, it's a good satisfying meal.
There is actually a professional lacrosse league. Holy crap.
It's not difficult to cook. Wisdom of the day. Wow. We're really educated now. Yeah.
Actually, there's a world lacrosse governing body, if you can believe it or not. I just noticed in the article here. So, shit.
Can we please stop talking about lacrosse?
Oh, I have no problem. I have no problem. I can do that right now. Very, very happy to oblige.
Now that
Anybody-
it bugs,
any-
you want to keep talking about it.
Anybody got another topic they want to discuss? I'm open to
All right,
any
John,
subject.
Not lacrosse.
You're asking for a
Not
topic. We
lacrosse.
give you one. Now you're complaining about it. Say, make up your fucking mind.
Not lacrosse.
Well,
Okay,
whatever.
topics we are not going to discuss lacrosse and Tim Christ.
I'd be technical. I
else?
live in Holman, Wisconsin, so I don't really live in Lacrosse. I'm just a little bit north of it. But
You live in Wisconsin?
Holman.
Okay.
Holmen.
Ah. Not homo. Okay.
No,
So,
not
home man.
Holman.
He's a whole man.
Holman.
He wishes.
A whole
Wait a
man.
No, don't be cruel.
Home, like as in Luloxana, Troy's what would you call him? A butler?
That's Mr. Holm.
Yeah.
Mr. Home. Yeah.
Mr. Holman.
Mr. Home man.
Need something moving.
Mr. Home man.
Anything else on anybody's mind?
I don't know. I was just going with the flow of the conversation.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
got back, so I'm just kind of, trying to figure out what everybody's talking about. It seems like it was about sports when I arrived, so.
Yeah, PvP.
Yeah, I'm not a big sportsy.
PvP totally interrupted the flow of lacrosse being an actual sport that anybody cares about, which it isn't. So let's
you didn't want to talk about it, but you keep bringing it up. You keep bringing it up.
Yeah, so let's talk about things people actually care about, which isn't lacrosse.
Yeah, you brought it up again. Dude,
Because you
No.
live,
we're done.
you live in that
We are done.
place.
You are not, apparently.
Okay, anything new that looking forward to seeing in the new year?
I do.
Oh, Ted's coming.
I do
I'm
want
wanting to
to
watch
see
that new
the
Ted
second
show.
part of Dune. I do want to see the second part of Dune.
Did you watch the first part?
Yes, and I do want to see the second part. I don't think it's bad.
Yeah, fair enough. I was okay with the books, but never really liked any of the televised versions of it.
Yeah, not exactly. Yeah.
And
Oh no, I didn't
Ted,
even
I
read
think,
the
is
book.
starting
So
pretty soon.
we're supposed to start today, I believe, but I couldn't find it. Find it, or else I'd be hosting a watch party. I don't have Peacock, so
The fuck is Peacock?
That's NBC. Oh, they got 7 episodes of it.
already out.
Yeah, looks like. Make sure I don't have the volume on so you don't hear anything copyrighted.
Of what?
Yeah. Yeah, they
I
dropped the
missed
whole
what you're
season.
talking about. What?
Ted. The foul
And
mouthful
hey,
of teddy
Pickles.
bear that came to life. Hey,
Yeah.
LDG, welcome.
Yeah, LDG.
Huh? I don't see LDG.
It's in the chat.
They dropped the entire series of Ted.
It has 7 episodes at least. I assume that's the whole season.
Jesus Christ, they're getting freaking lazy. They're about as bad as Black Mirror.
Getting lazy?
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
when
I think
seasons
we
used to be like
past that
25,
circle.
25 or 30 episodes. Seasons used to be. Now it's like 7. It's like, wow, what a ridiculous thing. So
Well,
it's too few episodes. How can you develop a series in 7 season in 7 episodes? Like shit.
well, Black Mirror had a couple seasons with only 3 episodes. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
That's the thing I've
exactly,
been
Gorilla.
saying for
Exactly.
years. They can't even respond to anything. Resolute Germ. You're the host here. And you said you see me on Salty Tracker. There was one time I was on
Underground.
Salty Tracker. Where I complained about the fact that back in the day, when Family Matters was a thing, and then Urkel came on, people immediately responded to it, and he was supposed to be just on that one episode, but they immediately cast him to be a regular. They immediately
He became the star of the show.
reacted to it.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you have shows like The Expanse, where Amos is the most famous character, but because the entire season is filmed before it's aired, people only discover it later that they like him. Or like The Boys, where Homelander is the most favorite character of the audience. But the entire season is filmed before it's aired. They can't react to it. It's like shows nowadays no longer have the ability to immediately react to the audience response, and it's fucking retarded that they no longer have the ability to react to the audience response and amplify the characters that people like and reduce the characters that people don't like the way they used to, like in the 90s or 80s, because they film the entire seasons and then air them 1 year later in like 8 episodes or whatever. They no longer have the ability to immediately respond to the audience reaction, and it's retarded. It's stupid.
Yeah, they gotta do something about
Well, here's the
response
problem
time.
too. Well, the biggest problem is they have access to hear directly from the fans now versus back in the days. Maybe you had a letter writing campaign, but right now they can hear in real time what their fans think about the show and all that. But yet they put out something bad, and all of a sudden they just start name calling us a bunch of homophobe, sexist, misogynist assholes and shit. And they wonder why their shows are going to hell, and they're not.
Oh yeah,
They're not getting the ratings they want.
But the thing is,
that's it, Gorilla.
the thing is, Gorilla, what I just said is that they do that, but they already have like the next 2 seasons filmed, so they can't even change anything about that because they already have all that filmed, and it's just going out because they do all that stuff beforehand. They film everything before it even airs, so it doesn't even
Well, that's
matter
still
what
the
the
excuse
audience.
call a bunch of sexist, homophobes, and racists and stuff just because we don't like
Yeah,
what they're
that's
producing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's to me,
It's
that's
cheaper to film it together and insult people than it is to actually film one season, wait for the response, make adjustments, film the second season.
yeah.
Well, they
But,
don't care. They don't care. They don't care
what
about what the fans think.
what Gorilla is saying that I think is an unrelated thing. There's the one thing that they film everything in advance, and then they don't give a fuck what the audience response is, and that insulting the fans, it's just
It's cover.
that's just their fucking arrogance. These people live in a bubble, and they're arrogant as fuck, and I can't even blame them, because if I was paid $1 million a year, I'd probably be an arrogant motherfucker too. I mean, can any of you say that if you were paid if you were paid $1 million a year for basically doing nothing, that you wouldn't be arrogant motherfuckers? I think.
No, I'd be looking for a way to get another million. And that doesn't involve getting my show canceled. I look at what Walter Koenig did, and he did one good show and didn't set himself up for life on the convention circuit.
It's like we talked about soccer earlier, and the people who play soccer here in Europe, they get paid insane amounts of money for kicking a ball, and they're arrogant motherfuckers to the maximum.
It's not
for
just
kicking a ball.
Well, it's not just.
I think it's the same in the USA with the American football players and the basketball players and the baseball players and stuff.
It's exactly the same. They get paid absurd amounts of money. It's ludicrous how many millions of dollars these guys get paid every year. Just for like hitting a ball, kicking a ball, throwing a ball, whatever they're doing with the damn ball.
Yeah, exactly.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah. And the same with these Hollywood actors. They basically, when I was a teenager, I did theater because it was fun. And, I think everybody can do it. Do some basic acting, read a script, learn the lines, and do shit on stage. I think everybody can do it. And then these people get paid like insane amounts of money. Some
some of them can be worth
memorize lines and perform
It-
them.
Yeah. If they're good and they can get the audience to spend the money, they'd be worth it. But a lot of these
Yeah,
people
but
get more and more money for less and less success.
the thing is, if you are following my sports analogy, every team has a star, and it's like in Hollywood, you got like Anthony Hopkins or Ian McKellen, but then you also get like the backups, and it's the same in sports, that you get like the big stars, and the people who are behind them in the team. As a European, of course, I can only do like soccer stuff, but I think in American football or basketball, you know the idea that you got the big people, and then the like the backups behind them.
You got LeBron, and then you got the other four guys.
Genau. Sorry, that was German. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, most teams are like that. They'll have their one superstar, and then maybe they'll have two or three guys that are really, really good to back them up, and then they got like a lot of just kind of guys that sit on the bench a lot of the time.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but my point is, the backups get paid the same amount of money, and it's like the same in Hollywood, that you do have the big ones, but the kind of like generic ones, they also get paid insane amount of money.
Well, not as insane.
Not
But,
as insane, but compared to regular people.
What's crazy
Yeah.
about Hollywood?
That's
currently,
okay,
though,
but
is
their
most of
economy can fix it, can handle it.
so many of the
I wouldn't
films.
say I deserve $1 million a year doing what I do.
So many of the films at the box office bomb these days, though. Like they don't make money, they lose money, and yet they still keep paying the actors these enormous amounts. Like it just does not make sense what's going on currently in Hollywood. Because they used to, films used to be
Nothing
good.
makes sense.
People used to pack into the theaters, and the films would actually make a lot of money. Not that many years ago, right? Now a lot of them just bomb like the first week, and then within a month they're gone, and nobody even remembers them after a few months, and they still keep paying the actors. I just don't get what's going on in Hollywood currently. I really
Because the actors have the contracts that they get paid.
don't. Yeah, but
They
the
get paid
studios
beforehand.
must just love losing billions of dollars, because that's what they've been doing for years now. So it's crazy.
Yeah,
Well, that's because
funny,
It's okay. Studios will go under at some point.
with
And the-
BlackRock and Vanguard if they change course.
What's that, Gorilla? Your mic was breaking
Disney
up a
will
little
lose
bit there.
their investors would lose. They lose their investors from BlackRock and Vanguard if they change course.
Yeah, right. I've heard of those. Yeah.
Yeah, they really do hold a lot of power. They are at least, I think it's 15 to 20% shareholders in 2/3 to 75% of most of the Fortune 500,
Huh.
especially media companies.
in the end, it doesn't make a difference if they keep failing. You can only keep something afloat for so long.
Yeah. Eventually they'll crash. Eventually Vanguard and BlackRock will crash too. So
It's just,
I know Vanguard's worth trillions. BlackRock's worth trillions, and so Vanguard's worth hundreds of billions.
Yes, but the thing about
still doesn't mean
economics,
they can't crash.
the thing about economics is no matter how much you're worth, there's a limit to how much you can invest, and it's not the total of what you're worth. It's a certain percentage of what you're worth. Otherwise, you're crashing yourself down. So if it gets to a certain level, they gotta drop what they're supporting. Like you cannot sacrifice yourself for others. That's how it works in business.
Usually, but
No,
BlackRock
not
and
usually.
Vanguard
Always.
BlackRock and Vanguard aren't actually investing their own money.
They're not going to kill themselves. They have a limit of what they're going to invest in. If what they invest in crashes down, they're
Yeah.
eventually going to pull back because there
Well,
is.
You'd have to get
They-
their customer base upset first, and the
They're,
majority of
they're
their
not going
customer
to commit-
base are not independent. The
They're not
majority of
going
their
to
customer
commit,
base is state pension plans.
They're not going to commit economical suicide for somebody else. It's
It depends on
a
what they're-
Shark Tank
I wouldn't
game.
put it past them.
No, it's a Shark Tank game. They're not going to go bankrupt out of altruism.
Oh, they're not even close to going bankrupt. Even with their bad investments like Disney, they still get more and more money because state pension plans keep feeding more and more money into them. Which
Yeah,
is the
but they're
majority
going
of
to.
their money.
But
The state
they're going
pension
to.
plans aren't going to pull their cash.
But they're going to drop failing ventures without a second thought. They're not.
If there were a
going to-
normal, profitable business making venture, yeah, but that's not what they are.
We probably
No,
have all sorts
no, that's not the thing. They're not going
They
to
probably have
hold
all
on.
sorts of different snake oil contracts with maybe government agencies or other things just to keep them afloat. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
what kind of movies are made; they've got a whole sorts of other backing. That's why they can invest in these ideological fucking movies that nobody wants to watch.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
they're
they can
essentially
also drop everything at the anytime they want.
well, they
They
could,
don't
but then
care.
their government
They
allies
don't
will
care.
stop
They are
the
people
money.
who do not. You literally do not care.
They may not care, but their partners in government care a whole lot.
No, nobody of them cares about anything.
Oh, yeah.
None of them care.
Hey, Gap.
There's
Hey, Gap, how's it going?
Hey, Gap.
hey who?
Gap After Dark.
In the chat.
I see nothing in the chat.
You might have private chat on instead of comments.
You turn this into work. I have to click on something else.
Oh yeah, I'm asking an awful
okay.
lot out of you there.
Oh man,
Well,
I have to
it's,
click on
Changing
something.
that one little tab. Oh my god, I might break my
Jesus
fingers. Hold on a second.
Christ.
It's
I have to move my arm.
Oh,
It's the
Ooh.
YouTube chat.
Ah, how exhausting to move my arm. Oh, Cody, I know him.
Hey, Cody guy.
Yeah, the man of many words.
Yeah. Oh, we got 3 words out of them.
Oh, he did?
And doing okay, Gap. Yeah. Hey, LDG, Gap.
Oh,
I also know that other guy, LDG. I think I heard of him before.
I would hope so.
I don't know.
Yeah, I heard he's a
LDG.
real
It
weirdo.
rings a bell. I don't know.
Yeah, he's the guy who's inventing Skynet.
Yeah.
Ah, that was it. Yeah. Now that you mention it. Yeah.
Oh
he
yeah,
trolled,
that
yeah.
reminds me. I thought you had some sort of big update coming on that whole thing, LDG. But I guess it's better if you don't. We may
He
all
did his update.
get past Judgment Day.
We don't need him MLK'd here. So
He said he did his update.
Yeah, it's on his channel.
Damn YouTube. It's like the bell doesn't mean anything to these people.
To be
I'll watch
fair,
that.
you may not have recognized it because the update was really the one that said this is not clickbait. Was just a video saying things are going well and to look forward to more updates.
To the non-update update.
Well, no, it did let us know that things are going well for him. So.
Well, sorry. Things are literally going well for LDG. Bert knows this. Tim knows this. Things have been going well for LDG.
All right. For people who don't know LDG as well as those of us who hang out with him in the backstage or the underground or whatever it's called, now everybody can be up to speed.
Yeah, I'm
he's
doing
been
the
very
non-spoiler
generous these last-
version. I'm doing the non-spoiler version, just generally saying things have been going well for him. I'm not saying any details, obviously, because that would be creepy.
Yeah. But at least he hasn't released the AI upon us yet.
No, you're not dead yet. If LDG releases the AI, I think you'd be the first target.
Well, we can always hope it does the same thing a lot of smart robots have done and kills itself.
I don't know. Maybe William Shatner
happens.
is going to talk to it and put it in a, contradiction, and then it destroys itself.
So you're saying it's going to talk itself to death, so it's going to be a woman.
No, I'm saying that the way to solve all problems in the world is William Shatner.
Well, that's a good a plan as any to take it out.
Yeah. We just need William Shatner, and then it's all solved.
Yeah, Kirk was very good at talking computers into self-destructing, that's for sure.
Now, did he logic them into self-destruction, or did he just annoy them enough that they self-deleted?
Could be both. I guess it depends on your take on it. I think it was logic, and occasionally Spock would help him out a little bit too. So.
Do you mean that I cannot properly argue to a computer?
School's canceled tomorrow. I'll be right back.
Congratulations to the kid. Yeah, all is well. Good to hear, LDG. It's the
Baseball.
maybe
Wow.
work a little less on their doomsday robot.
So they're closing the schools tomorrow where Gorilla is. Geez, I wonder if he's going to make it to work tomorrow. It sounds like the weather's going to be pretty nasty there. Shit.
I think that
Yeah.
they closed the schools where Gorilla is most of his childhood and most of his.
What about my
Yes,
childhood?
I would say they weren't closed. Whether he went or not is debatable, but they weren't closed.
Well, the kids got it
Okay,
easy nowadays. They close school very often. I had to walk to school through 12 feet of snow uphill both ways for 5 miles.
And during the summertime, he
Grandpa.
had to kill a grizzly bear with his loose leaf notebook.
Hey! It was a boost. Thank you very much.
So you walked through 12 feet of snow. Boy, that must have been pretty entertaining. Did you tunnel all the way to school?
yes.
That was the spoon on his Swiss Army knife.
Oh, man.
I remember when we were at school there, the teachers they freaked the fuck out and they would chew our asses out because they plow the basketball courts and all that, everything in the playground and stuff. They'd make one big huge pile in that. Then they get mad at us kids for making tunnels in the snowdrift.
I think all the kids pretty much did that at some point, though, right, Gorilla?
Yeah, but they freak out and yell at us to get out of them and not be digging
Well,
tunnels and stuff.
yeah, they think the snow's going to collapse and you'll suffocate or some crazy shit, right? So, yeah.
Hey, it's called survival of the
They don't want to be
fittest.
liable.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Screw liability. That's a test of your structural engineering. If you
Yeah, it was-
fail, dig yourself out.
That was one of the joys of being a kid was, tunneling through the mounds of fucking snow. Yeah.
I actually remember that from it was like a day trip we took to my ex-girlfriend's grandma to northern Wisconsin. I don't know what the town was called. But it was like April and the snow was like a meter, like a yard high. I was like, fuck, I never seen that before in my life. You really got some really cool snow shit up there. Northern Wisconsin. But I don't know what the fucking town was called, but it was like like 100 miles north of Madison.
Green Bay?
Not all the way to Green Bay, but 2/3 of the way there.
North of Madison.
Basically, like 2/3 of the way up there. Like in the northern part of Wisconsin, but not all the way at the northern border. I don't know, like Oshkosh? That seems familiar.
Okalash?
Oshkosh. On Lake Winnebago. No, that was the other direction. We went past
Good night, guys.
past
We'll
the
Okay.
Take care.
Have a good night, Bird.
Good night, Bird. We went past the Wisconsin Dells and then a little bit further. So I guess it was like northwest.
Toma?
Oshkosh?
Could be. Toma could be.
Toma
Because
is in the
we
center
went.
of the state. It's one of the worst cities in Wisconsin.
I don't know. The place where my ex-girlfriend's grandmother lived was like in the total countryside. It wasn't a city, but we went past Wisconsin Dells. So we went on like the what is it? The 90, the Interstate 90.
I-90. Well, the next big town after the Dells, I believe, is Toma.
Yeah, somewhere in that
That'd be-
area.
no,
But
you'd be-
Or you can
I
divert
guess-
north to
You're
Eau
speaking
Claire.
north Wisconsin. That'd be 94, not 90. Because I'm right along
Yeah.
90, and that goes through
No,
southern
but he went through
Wisconsin,
the
not
Dells.
northern.
If he went through the Dells, he was on I-90.
Yeah, and like I
That's
said,
okay.
my ex-girlfriend's grandmother didn't live in a city, but somewhere in the middle of nowhere. So it wasn't.
Well, I know where
Toma,
94
but,
goes. 94 goes right to Minneapolis.
Hey,
But
Tim,
we
you
went-
pronounced it wrong. It's Murderapolis.
Yeah, whatever.
But yeah, basically, I saw first time I saw beavers doing dams. We don't have that here, and in April there was like a yard of snow.
So a light dusting for them.
Pretty much.
That's called a
don't
Tuesday.
I don't have a fucking clue. I mean,
We
when
can
I was
tell.
in the USA, most of the time I stayed in Madison, and there was no snow. It was just disturbed by the dry air because here in Germany, I live very close to the ocean, and there's very high humidity. And in Chicago and Milwaukee and Madison, it's very dry air because it's far away from the ocean.
Yeah, there's a drawback to their climate.
Yeah, but there wasn't the kind of snow that was in northern Wisconsin.
Yeah, 3 feet here would be considered Armageddon.
3 centimeters here would be considered Armageddon.
We used to get a lot of snow here, but it's not so much anymore. If we get like maybe a foot and a half, that's a lot of snow now. Most winters we probably only get maybe. Oh, we got like a 3-inch snowfall a couple days ago, and that was the first decent amount of snow we've got all winter so far. So we don't get the winters that we used to get.
Yeah, this year actually has is worse than we had in years. It's just completely random nowadays.
This actually followed a pattern here because I can remember when I was a kid, it wasn't uncommon to get like a lot of snow. Like I'm talking mountains and mountains of snow. And then even 20 years ago, I remember in the late 90s, we had a blizzard that came through, and it was kind of one of those legendary snow events. It was so bad that they had to like call in the army because there was trains stuck in the snow. They had to call the army in to rescue people off the trains because they were stuck, for so many days because of this damn heavy snowfall. And it wasn't
Yeah.
uncommon then to get like easily, 3 or 4 feet of snow. Even where I live, which is not really a heavy snow zone necessarily, but lately, the last 10 years or so, we just don't get the heavy snow anymore.
Yeah, Tim, the one thing that always weirds me out, and I don't want to start any arguments. The one conspiracy theory I just can't understand is climate change denial because we all see it. I mean,
Well, it changes
things,
all the time. Always
things.
has. It's nothing new.
Oh, come on! Oh, come on! Not like this. Not like what we've seen the past few years. Things are getting weird. Honestly, are you
Not
fucking
very.
blind? Are
Okay,
you
well,
fucking
let me
blind?
tell you why I don't believe in climate, like the climate change that they talk about. Yes, I believe climate
Oh,
change. is
come
right.
on!
Just shut up, John, and listen. Just shut up and listen.
No, I'm not listening to
Shut up and listen.
retardedness.
Shut up and listen. Let me tell you why. In my school, when they told us about climate change and they taught us all the stuff about climate change, they said in 20 years the landscape would look different. That the coastlines would be
does.
underwater, or they would be completely different. They haven't changed at all.
Yes,
Islands
they
are
have.
still out there. Nothing has fucking changed. And they
Yes,
keep saying
it has.
No, it hasn't.
Yes,
No,
it
it hasn't.
has.
No, well, what's changed?
Yes, it has.
Show me what's changed.
Not on our
Florida's still
coastline.
down there. Florida hasn't changed. New York is still at the same levels. It hasn't changed. So what's changed?
No, it isn't. New
The Cayman
York
Islands are
is
still there. Honolulu's still there. Hawaii isn't underwater like they said it would be. Nothing has changed.
several Pacific nations already had to evacuate, and
What
New York
nation?
is building. New
What
York
nation?
is spending a big billions to build waterworks to hold back the water. The water level is obviously rising. Everybody knows that.
I want to hear
But
hear from Bert about
not
New York because
really.
he's the one that lives out there. Because I haven't heard anything about New York, building aqueducts and shit.
It's a big project that they're spending
And
billions
another
of
problem,
dollars
John.
on.
Here's another
They're
Everybody
trying
knows
to
about
save a
that.
couple of islands, but those islands are eroding due to overconstruction.
Not a couple of islands, Manhattan. That's not a couple of islands.
Okay,
That's
John, let me
literally
ask you another
Manhattan.
question. Let me ask you another simple physics question. When you put an ice cube in a glass of water and it melts, what happens?
It's not. Oh, Jesus Christ! It's not the ice that's in the water. It's the ice that's outside of the water.
There is 80% more ice underneath the ocean line than there is on top.
The ice that is in the water is holding back the ice that is above the water.
But there
Everybody
is way
knows that.
more
That's
ice under the
that's
water.
primarily
If that ice melts,
primary
the water
school
line will
level
go
physics.
down, not up.
You're talking like a
simple physics,
6-year-old.
dude. Simple
You're
physics.
talking like a 6-year-old. Have you never been to school? Yes.
I'm telling you high school physics right now.
Yeah.
I'm telling you elementary school physics that you ignored because you were never in elementary school, have never been in a school in your life,
You obviously missed
and
it.
I have zero education ever. Come on. That's basics. That's
Just need to learn
ultimate
a little bit more about environmental science
basics.
to learn that 99% of what they're saying is bullshit. Complete and utter bullshit.
They have been feeding us this shit for
Total
70 years.
fucking basics.
Culture Casino I have a clip of Culture Casino going through the entire list of bullshit they have told us over the 70 years. Everything that has not come true.
Fucking basics.
It's government-induced bullshit.
No, it's basic. Basic,
So you're
ultra
telling me
basic stuff that
this planet has been
everybody
around for
who
God
is
knows how long.
older than 6 years can
You're telling me that
understand.
this planet
Every
has been around
school
for
child
so
is
long.
being lied to
The last
for the
couple
last
100
30
years of
years.
industrialization
Oh
has been a
God!
destroyed
How
I know-
brainwashed are
I
you
know
people? Are you on
fucking
Scientology?
teachers.
Fuck! You are in the fucking Scientology. How brainwashed you are!
I don't believe in fucking science. I don't even know what Scientology
You
is.
are in Scientology. How brainwashed you are!
I don't
You
know
don't
what
have
that
a
is.
thought of your own.
How can I
You
be
don't have a
Scientologist if I
single
don't know anything
thought
about
of
it?
your own. You don't have a single thought of your own. You're brainwashed. You're a
Says the
robot.
guy spitting out
You
the
are
government
a
line for the
robot.
past 50 years.
You don't have an identity of your own. You are brainwashed into thinking something.
Says the crowd
It's
who
basic
traditionally are
stuff.
the robotic
It's
people.
basic
John, let me tell you
stuff.
something. What you
It's
are talking
really
about,
basic stuff.
what you are talking about is what the government and everybody else wants
The
you to
government,
talk about.
blah, 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 blah,
I
blah,
am
blah,
just
blah,
saying
blah.
I don't believe it.
It's,
That does not mean that I'm subscribing to some
yes, it
universal
is.
anti thing. I'm just personally, I don't believe it. I don't
It's not
believe
the
it.
government saying it. It's
Yeah, it is.
basic
Sure it is.
fact saying it.
Where are you getting your information from?
PvP, I am the ref, and I say fight.
What
fight.
what I am getting my information from is that in the 19th century, we already knew that certain gases absorbed infrared radiation more than other gases. We've known that since the 19th century. And
Yes, but
since
those levels
that,
are not
we
having the effect that they are predicting.
yes, they have. It can be measured, and everybody can actually. This is a thing. This is the thing with all conspiracy theories. Everybody is talking about thinking for yourself. Nobody is talking about checking for yourself. You
Well,
can
we have checked
do.
for ourselves.
Stop interrupting me. You can actually do all these measurements for yourself with very simple science equipment that you can buy from the store. You can literally check that for yourself. But none of the conspiracy theorists will ever bother to check for themselves. They'll just repeat propaganda. You can literally check for yourself. You can buy a few things, check certain things. You can literally do that, check for yourselves. Everybody's talking about that thinking for yourself crap. Nobody wants to actually check information
What are we
for
supposed to
themselves.
check?
You can check that. You can literally check that.
Tell us. What are we supposed to
We
buy,
can check
and what are
the
we supposed to
temperature
check?
record. The
You
temperature
can,
spiking
yes,
like they
you can
promised
check
it would.
temperatures. You can check atmosphere composition. You can even rent a weather balloon. You can do all these things, but conspiracy theorists will never bother do
We do.
things.
The so-called conspiracy theorists are the ones who do all this stuff. And that's
No,
why
they
we're saying
don't.
it's all bullshit.
You never bother to do that stuff.
We're
Check
the ones who do
for
it because
yourself.
we always have to deal with the.
You just repeat
people like you
propaganda. You
that-
never check.
No, you are the one who is repeating the
Oh,
line.
come on.
We're the one who gathers data and
No,
does
you're
the
not.
comparison to throw back
No,
at you.
you're not. You are just repeating propaganda.
Oh, I guess
We're
If you
repeating
were to
propaganda.
actually
We'd be saying
check
what
for
you're saying.
yourself.
Dale.
Oh, man. These Scientologists are brainwashed, you're in a
We're
cult.
talking Scientology.
What the
man.
fuck is a
I like I said, I don't know what Scientology is, so I don't understand.
Yeah,
why
what
you're
the
calling
hell
us Scientology?
Just
I
check.
don't know what
You
is
have
the
the
Scientology.
resources.
Please tell me.
You have the
have.
resources
That
to
is.
check for yourself, and you just don't care. You just want to repeat propaganda because you don't want to have a mind of your own, because you just want to be a robot. So, if you want to have no identity of your own, why bother existing? It
That's
doesn't
very
make any
fun
sense.
coming from a German.
Yeah, from a German who learned from history.
The people who do not have the greatest of identity. You are the most conformist people in Europe.
No, we're not, because we learned from our own history, unlike you, Americans, who never learned from their history, who deny their own history, who said, we never did anything to the Native Americans. Oh, we never did anything wrong.
Oh no, we
Oh,
fully
well,
admit what
atomic
we did
bombings,
to the
we
Native
don't care.
Americans. Most
We
of us are
always
actually
did
proud of
everything
what we
right.
did.
Uh,
We don't care what we did to the Native Americans. There's a big difference about denying.
no, you're
We
denying
don't
what you
care.
did.
I think the thing is that there's nothing we can do about it now anymore.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is true.
They're
I mean,
mostly
you can't
gone.
go-
They
you
got their
can't-
reservations.
You can't
They're
go back in
okay.
time. That is a universal truth that you can't go back in time.
Well, I'm not
Yeah.
a big fan of them their reservations, honestly, because it's as I've been finding out from watching several things happen that the government tends to disregard reservations as time goes on. They try to build over them and shit. So
Yeah.
it's pretty
They
sad.
mostly,
As,
a lot of them
uh,
are integrating, and a lot of them are, well, building casinos. And we lost Gorilla.
and I mean, it's not like a shining example of America, but what I was saying, you can't go back in time and change history, and Germany can't change the Holocaust. Obviously, if we could, we would. And
Well, I think a lot of countries have some point in their past history that was a dark time,
Yeah.
and to dwell on it, to learn from it is great. To dwell on it in a negative sense probably doesn't get you anywhere.
yeah, we
And you guys have definitely
learned
crossed
from it.
over to the dwelling.
Yeah, we definitely learned from it.
Sort of turned you into
That,
pussies.
That I mean, it didn't start from it didn't go from 0 to 100, if you know what I mean, a car reference. That it started with people persecuting Jewish people in the streets, and that really ugly shit before it went into the full-on Holocaust. And it kind of gets you into the beware the beginnings kind of mindset that we don't want to get to that point again. That we start making people second-class citizens, and
yeah, unfortunately, that seems to
seeing
be
them
something.
as lower.
That seems to be
And,
something that is happening in our world again today, though, in some ways.
It definitely is. It definitely is across the entire Western world, but also across the entire Eastern world. I mean,
Well, that's never really changed in the Middle East and the Far East.
yeah,
They
and
always had very different class systems.
all know about the
Fair enough.
what the Chinese people have been doing was
Well, I wouldn't
in
want
the
to be
West
living.
of,
I wouldn't want to live under a communist system. That's for damn sure, because you really basically have no rights. I mean,
yeah.
the government can take you away in the middle of the night, and that's the end of it.
Jim, half my family lived under a communist
That wasn't me
system,
that said that.
because Germany was divided. You remember that part? And
I
yeah,
know.
that
I know
was
all
absolutely that
all
was
about the Cold War,
absolutely that was absolutely no fun.
yeah.
I even as a kid I traveled over there to visit my aunts and uncles in East Germany.
In East
And
Germany,
it was nightmarish. Yeah.
yeah. I imagine it was very different than the West Germany that
Yeah.
you were in, right, John?
Very different. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. I have a little bit of knowledge of history, though I'm far from totally literate on it. But I am aware. It
Yeah.
sounded pretty grim.
I remember that as a kid, and and I mean the defense is always that obviously kids were still playing and having fun, and people were still walking
Kids-
around.
Kids
But
are kids. Yeah, kids are kids. No matter how bad
but
it is.
they probably do that in North Korea and Iran
sure
and
they do.
everything. It's that's not really a defense of the system. It's just that if you're a kid, you can probably have
When
fun.
you're when you're a
everywhere.
kid, you're not really aware of what's going on
Yeah,
around you so much, and then when you grow up, then you go, "Oh shit."
yeah,
Hey,
yeah. It's a
Welcome to
weird,
Gorilla.
Gorilla.
it's a weird defense. So, but yeah, when I was over there, it's yeah, really fucking nightmarish. East Germany, that was just I mean, the way they searched our cars, and you know, it was just fucking nightmarish.
I want to ask you, John, were you alive when the wall came down? I mean, I'm not sure how you don't you look like
Uh,
a
uh,
younger man.
Actually, wait, Tim, you haven't been listening. If I have been in East Germany,
That's
It's
not me.
PvP.
if you look at the timeline, right?
You're talking to PvP, not me.
PvP. The wall came down after I was in East Germany, because after the wall came
Okay.
down, obviously East Germany didn't exist anymore.
Yeah,
So
well,
yes,
you were alive then, because I do remember the days when the wall was actually being torn down by the German people. And
and David Hasselhoff.
it was an amazing thing to watch, though. I mean, I watched it on the TV because they had a lot of coverage of it, and people
Eh,
taking hammers and chisels and tearing that fucking wall down brick by brick was. I mean, you don't get a chance to watch a history changing too often before your very eyes, right? Those events don't happen too often. And I
Yeah, but
still remember when the wall came
eh,
down. It was quite
that
something.
reminds me.
did you
What
see the
is the
video?
obsession with Hasselhoff over there?
Nobody likes David Hasselhoff except for that one moment when he played on the Berlin Wall. That was a really historical moment, because that was when the wall was coming down, and that guy is singing "I've been looking for freedom" in front of 1 million East Germans who have been literally looking for freedom. And that was a really cool moment. And you can literally, in that video, if you look it up on YouTube, you can literally see him choking up when he's performing that. So nobody
That
over here thinks he's a good singer or a good performer or a good actor, but he had that one really cool moment that he randomly stumbled into.
well, at least that shows some taste for Germany.
Yeah, you can like literally see him choke up and the 1 million East Germans on that other side of the wall, and he's like completely overwhelmed. He had like his moment. But yeah, nobody in Germany thinks he's a good singer or a good actor or good at anything.
Well, he was okay at directing babes in bikinis.
Yeah. But he had that one great moment that his agent gave him. Singing "Looking for Freedom" in front of 1 million East Germans who were tearing down the Berlin Wall. And I mean, fuck, what kind of once in a lifetime opportunity is that? You sing "Looking for Freedom" in front of a million people who have been living under communism. I mean, damn. No wonder he was choking up during his performance there.
So that sort of put him into good graces of your entire nation.
Yeah, that was a legendary performance. Because he was at the right time, right place at the right time.
Well, I guess that his career paid off for something then.
Yeah. And I mean, he's a shit singer. He has no talent. And he's a shit dancer. He has no talent. And he's a shit actor. He has no talent. But he was at the right place at the right time, right there.
Okay. Everything going okay, Gorilla?
Yeah.
So the kid doesn't have to go to school tomorrow?
Nope, school's canceled tomorrow.
Yeah, good for him.
I probably won't have to go to work because I read the warnings wrong. The winter storm warning started 3 hours ago, and the blizzard warning starts at 6 o'clock in the morning tomorrow.
Oh, so you're going to be hip deep by the time you're supposed to be at work.
Well, it depends on who you're measuring.
Well, the thing is,
you gotta pee.
if you got a blizzard, you're probably not going to be able to see well enough to actually drive anyway, right? So probably
Well,
better to
You haven't seen him drive.
stay safe at home. I mean, you don't want to die just trying to
Well,
do half a shift.
well,
What's he
PvP.
going to hit?
Hey, PvP, it depends on what I'm doing. It might not be well enough to see to go to work, but I might be able to see well enough to go get laid.
Okay. How far do you have to drive to accomplish that?
Who cares?
Well, I mean, I could see reasonable distance, but if you got to drive like 3,000 or 4,000 miles, I don't know if it'd be worth it actually.
Well, who would drive that far? It'd be cheaper just to get a hooker then. It'd be cheaper to just
Yeah.
go and get a lot lizard.
Well, you could take a plane or something, I guess, if you were that desperate.
It'd still be cheaper to go get a lot lizard.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God.
And
Plus,
besides, yeah, he would hit what, a cornfield? Wheat field?
soybean. We don't have wheat here around here. It's either beans or corn
Okay,
or
but
alfalfa.
if you end up in the ditch and your car, you can't get your car out of the ditch and you're stuck in the snow.
The sheriff's department will come pull me out.
They will. Okay, I just wanted to double check because I wasn't sure if the emergency services would be out and about during blizzards, but I guess they're used to that, right?
Well, it depends. Like Cottonwood County Nobles County will pull the sheriff's department. Probably they're usually the first ones to follow.
Okay.
But you can get hefty fines for driving though. But
Yeah,
I didn't get it.
I can see that.
The last time a couple of years ago, it got stuck here. This was what we got. I just bought a brand new coat from Cabela's there. That's a real expensive one because my boss gave us a $200 gift card to Cabela, so I went and bought this really nice $130 coat. I caught on clearance for $70.
Wow, your boss sounds like my boss. I got the same thing this Christmas.
Yeah, but anyhow, I told my boss there because I went into work after being off for 2 days because of a blizzard because I got stuck in the snowdrift there, and I told the boss, I was like, yeah, this coach here is real nice that you guys helped me get here. The inside's real good for the cool springs there. The outside's real good for when it's raining and that. If you combine the both, they work real well when you're hooking up the tow chain to your car when you're getting pulled out of a snowdrift in the middle of a blizzard. But no, yeah, the road drifted over there, and they did not close the road. The road was not closed when I went on, and I got stuck. But it's about 20 feet from where I was going to use the driveway that turned around did. I got stuck in a snowdrift across the road.
One thing, Resolute, can you please put your channel link on your on the private chat that I can subscribe to you because I haven't?
Get if this thing wants to load for me.
So you're probably not working tomorrow, I'm guessing, then, Gorilla.
I'm not sure yet. I gotta see
Yeah.
what I play it by ear when it's this weather. If I can't
Yeah.
see, if I can't see the farm, if I look out my kitchen window and I can't see the farm there, then I'm not going in.
Right. Well, it's not worth risking your life for like a few hours work, right? Your safety. So,
Yeah.
because you never know. I mean, you could go out on the highway and some fucking semi could be driving by and run right into you or something. You never know, right? I mean, this shit does
They may
happen.
drive through his house if they don't see it.
Yeah.
What was that, Tim?
I said they may drive through his house if they don't see it.
Oh
Well,
shit.
well, they'd have to if the semi would have they'd have to go through 4 other houses before they'd hit mine.
Oh, there
okay.
you go.
Yep.
So you got good neighbors then, Gorilla.
He's got a buffer.
Yeah, they'll die before him.
Yes,
He's got a buffer.
Good buffer zone kind of neighbors. Yeah.
It'd be about the only thing they
And
could
we
for.
got, hey, Melton.
Hey, Tim, turn your camera on.
No,
Yes.
technically it is on.
All right.
How you doing, Copper?
Hey, Method Copper. Hey,
Hello.
long
Howdy.
time no see.
Right. Oh,
Oh shit.
What are you doing?
oh, popping up everywhere. Actually, I was watching you guys while half being a part of a different panel. Not that people should do that.
Nothing wrong with
Multitasking.
No, that's
wrong
like
with,
chemicals. I
timing.
love cartoons. The Smurfs was great. Love the Smurfs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
So what are you
reminds
gonna
me,
do?
Love ya.
the poll is still open for Saturdays. If anyone hasn't voted, go vote now. Trying to
Oh, I think I
dethrone
put
Yogi.
it on chemicals.
So
He shared Flintstone Kids, and I was
So-
like, that is its own era.
So,
Wait,
Gerb, are you saying we have to make we have to make it a true Democrat vote?
Wait, I don't understand. What does Resolute want us to vote on Polish people? What is?
The community poll, there's a poll for what cartoon you want to watch on Saturday morning.
He-Man.
He-Man.
Oh, I
He-Man.
didn't.
Always
Watch that on
He-Man.
Masters of the Universe.
I
Yeah,
have
technically, if you want to do Masters
power.
of the Universe, that would be that new piece of crap, and I'm not doing that new piece of crap.
Oh,
Nothing
yeah.
new. 80s He-Man. Come on.
Oh, the 2000
Original
series.
He-Man.
For Cartoon watchers, the 2000 He-Man is a good show.
Yeah, the
Well,
No.
2000
Original He-Man. Nothing
original
but
is
original
better.
He-Man.
looks like Yogi Bear's winning the poll at this point, Germ. He's up to
Yeah.
50% now. Superman's got 25%, so that's a respectable second place.
Yeah.
Or Filmation Ghostbusters with Plain Evil. I loved that.
Yeah,
The
it's
real
underrated show.
Ghostbusters?
It's an underrated
No, the fake
show for sure.
Ghostbusters.
Oh god, I didn't
Filmation
like that
Ghostbusters was great. I loved that.
Oh, dude, I do feel like the Ghostbusters, if they use some of the old school cartoon rogues in the new movie, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be
And
Campaign. There's a couple good villains in the old cartoon.
what was the name of the cowboy Indian guy with the talking horse? Brave
Braveheart.
Star. Brave
Brave
Star.
Star, and there was another one. I forget what.
Silver.
Oh yeah, that's Real
Saber
Flash, the
Rider
female
was
character.
great too.
Partly
Saber
metal,
Rider
partly
was
real.
their starship that turned into a transformer. That was awesome.
Oh, what kind of psych gags can I do here? Because I got booed because I almost was gonna. Because someone was like, "Do the Buffalo Bill thing," and I guess I almost did it, and then they would kick me out of the group, and I'm like, "You guys
I have
ran it through before I tried.
I have no idea what the Buffalo Bill thing is, so
And
I'm
you're
just
better
gonna
than
lean. Yeah,
yeah. I'm
if it's not
doing it.
PG, I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay, so this is like a kid-friendly station.
PG
Yes,
to PG
very.
13.
We've already
Melted
used the
cup
word
of-
F-bomb
This is
for
we
the
don't
day.
want to get kicked off by YouTube station. That's what we're at.
Yeah,
Right.
so I'd let it ride at PG 13 levels.
Okay. Well, I'm
Yeah,
learning this
Melted
because I have
Cup,
a
this
very
is a
morbid sense of humor.
kid
And
friendly.
AVGN and Red Letter Media are morbid people who are really YouTube constants. So sometimes I make some references that people get edgy by, and I'm like, the biggest mainstays of YouTube literally talk about my humor. So I
Yes.
don't want to be the
I
offensive
love
character.
those guys. I
And
love
you
those guys.
just
They're Wisconsin.
you just you just happen to look exactly like Charles Manson and talk exactly like Charles Manson. So
Oh, here we
people
go.
get offended by that.
Oh no, you guys, you can kick me around, be mean to me. I am fine with all that.
That's my specialty.
Right?
He
Hey,
is German
you know,
after
if I
all.
was a wrestler, I'd be a better heel than I would be a hero. Sometimes
Yeah,
you
he
gotta know
just
your
got
role.
done calling us all Scientologists, so he's good at insulting us.
Well, Tim, you deserve it because you're not very smart.
Yeah, just wait. Just wait till we get back to the underground, and I won't let you in.
Let's have
So this
it.
thing I have to go to the underground.
Ah, rubbing my hands.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I was just in that guy's chat the other day. He was watching a time travel movie, and the group I bounced out of was sort of a time travel chat.
Yeah, Melted Copper, you should return to the underground sometime. Because as much as we insult each other, we work it out in weird ways.
Yeah,
Mostly
usually
by-
it
mostly
involves
by
playing
insulting
silent
each
or
other
watching
even
videos
more.
on your own.
Oh yeah, I take insults better than I do compliments. In fact, actually, I take compliments like boys. I'm like, what? Oh God, he's being nice. He must want something.
Yeah. Fucking nice people. Especially on YouTube. It's always suspicious if people on YouTube are nice to you. It's like, what the fuck do they fucking want from you?
Well, that's a good way to make peace, LDG. Get
Yes.
everyone to turn on someone else.
I think he's
Yes.
saying we all turn on you.
That is literally
burden.
that is literally the way everything works on YouTube. That whenever we fight among each other, we end up telling LDG what a screw up he is.
So wait,
get
are you from like Sweden or Germany?
What?
Where are you from? You have and don't say the Upper West Side, which is a Ghostbuster 2 reference. Sorry, I didn't mean to-
Oh,
I guess
you
it
don't-
still is progress, LDG.
You don't
Well, for everyone but
recognize
you.
my perfect American accent? I'm obviously from Washington, D.C.
The voice you hear is actually an act. My real voice is, well, I actually really sound like this, guys. You know, it's just sometimes my real voice is weird and cringy, and people judge me and how I talk. In fact, I like NASCAR.
You sound like Mr.
Yeah.
King there for a second.
Right. Well,
Anyway.
you know,
There's a fun fact that I told several people before that several years ago I actually went into a course like a training course to speak accent-free English because obviously I'm fluent in English, but I have an accent. And I wanted to learn accent-free English so I can talk like English people and American people.
Well, you failed.
And then at some point, I decided, why should I? Why the fuck? Why the fuck should I hide where I'm from? It's yes, I speak in English. I'm fluent in English, but I am a German person, and let everybody know what's the problem. I'm from Germany. Why should I learn accent-free English? There are courses to learn accent-free English.
I learned the hard way that when I'm playing Star Wars with a bunch of German players and they own the server, never name a squadron Holocaust Squadron. That would go a little badly.
That's not a good place to start. Yeah.
That would be fine with me because
not with your government though.
There's these.
Thankfully, we all knew each other for a long time, so it was just basically, you want to rename that?
That's a good one. So that's a major faux pas, so to speak.
We had TIE fighters with turbo lasers.
Hey,
what else did you call it?
I just want to tell John though, like he speaks a hell of a lot better English than I'll ever speak German. I got to say that is a fact.
That's true.
Yeah.
What can you say in German other than Scheiße and?
Actually, I'm really impressed with the way most Europeans do speak English extremely well. Like us North Americans, like fuck. I mean, I couldn't fucking speak Swedish or German or Ukrainian or any other bloody language.
Wait,
Tim.
English.
It's
Tim,
PvP, by the way. Still,
Tim. I don't want to.
Don't say PvP. I'm Tim. You
don't
ninny.
Put
down the glass.
Oh Lord!
I thought the name Christmas would help.
Because all the people are not on camera. I have to look at where the thing is moving. Jesus, don't blame me for that because you're too coward on to come on the camera. Anyway, PvP. The thing is, don't say most Europeans because most 90% of French people don't speak a single word of English.
Well, that's
and
probably
they're
true
a
in Quebec,
fucking
too.
nightmare. These people are they're a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, but that's the French, right? I mean, that's the way the French
Maria.
Yeah,
hey, Maria, how's it going? Hey, Maria. We got Quebec, and they don't speak a lot of English there either, right? Because they're French and they're proud to be French. And
actually,
say, we're gonna speak French, and it's like okay, whatever.
And,
I have to look at the moving things again. PvP, that was you.
Was a second ago.
Could you read what she said?
One of my most long-time friends is from Quebec City, but he's a high school teacher, so he's pretty educated. So he speaks English. He still speaks with that annoying French accent, which annoys the fuck out of me.
I'm guessing Maria is speaking in German there. I just just a guess.
Annoy the fuck out of him. You know that?
Yes, her grammar is wrong, but her spelling is perfect.
Can you translate?
Translate into English for us ignorant people here.
I hope you have a good evening.
That's very sweet. You too, Maria. You have a good one too.
Yeah. Have a good evening, Maria. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you here.
Hello, Tim. Good to see you.
Hey,
always good to see you.
There's Tim, the mysterious fellow that I don't think I've ever seen you before, Tim. Wow.
I've seen him before.
No, I've seen you on streams, but I don't think I've ever seen you on camera, so to speak.
I don't turn it on too often, but
I don't
always
have a
good
camera.
To see you, Tim. Hey, do that more often.
I don't have a camera because the internet wouldn't allow it because it's an ugly free zone, so I don't have a camera.
I don't want to break my camera. That's why I leave it off.
And Tim, 1 second.
It's more.
1 second. You have a
Oh, come on.
turn the camera back on. I was just going to comment on what a fucking amazing room you have. That looks
Actually, it's-
fucking incredible.
I see a lot of nice anime shit in the
That
back
is
wall there.
fucking
See,
incredible.
well, see, John, I'm so ugly it broke my camera. See,
That is great.
He broke his OBS program.
It's just
Oh Lord.
too hairy for the camera to hold out.
Yeah,
That
nice,
looks
He's another guy. We're
cool
all
There you go.
really shy or not so shy.
nice wall art there, Tim.
Hey, Gorilla. Hey,
yeah.
Hey, Gorilla.
No,
I mean,
guys,
other than
yeah.
my Darth Maul poster, I have nothing to show for. But
I know.
Tim,
You know
that
why I
looks
don't kick
cool
you out
as
of the
fuck.
underground too often? Because you got Darth Maul hanging behind you. So I got to give you some respect.
I've had that
I'll
for
give you a little
20
respect.
years. I got that as a teenager. And,
As for me, I
that's
am
always
the
been part of
proud
my room.
owner of Darth Infinity Jar Jar.
But fuck, Tim, your room is cool as fuck.
Okay, that makes
Seriously.
sense. Darth
That
Infinity
is awesome.
Jar Jar.
And
Oh,
if
my.
you don't believe me, I actually have the action figure.
Oh my God.
Holy crap!
Jesus
It
Christ! I mean, there's
took
an
a little
action
work to
figure
make
for
this one.
anything these days. It
I
seems.
had to
Oh
sacrifice
Lord!
a Darth Maul on the altar of fun and take the robe off of him, and then I found this wonderful Infinity Gauntlet on eBay. I'm like, that is absolutely perfect. So
That has to be one of the funniest fucking things I have ever
just-
seen.
you just Anakin
That-
Skywalker
Oh
on
Lord!
Jar Jar, and then you just sticky putty the
Jesus.
thing on, and now he's ready to go. He looks like he's ready to go to town with the gauntlet, man. It's great.
That's freaking hilarious. I gotta say, Tim. That's a classic, man.
I have him like when my friends come over, I'll have him in a different spot in the house, and now they'll be like,
Oh Jesus! I'm speechless.
Okay,
No,
Tim,
it's
so
Five
we got
Nights
like
at Freddy's.
so we got like Gorilla, so we just need to have Resolute Germ and PvP to get on camera.
I don't have a camera. Sorry to disappoint.
Yeah,
Rawr.
And Resolute said he'd show his face for $500.
What? $500?
why do you have a Teddy Ruxpin? Yes, I remember Teddy Ruxpin. It's a lot of
like
fun. I used to go to the
500
toy department.
Zimbabwean bucks.
I used to go to the toy department and stick Metallica's
500
cassettes
human
in
bucks.
the fucking Teddy Ruxpin. It's freaking hilarious. Watching a teddy bear jam out the Metallica in the middle of the toy aisle.
Yeah, I don't know. If
Which
my
Metallica song? Which song?
I don't care. I just had dub tapes. I just went and press play. They had batteries in them.
Wait, would it work if I just taped it? Like, I assumed I'm missing some parts so it won't play, but I could just tape it. Yeah,
Oh, I don't know.
what?
I have
don't
no
know.
idea.
I know. I used to take regular cassettes, though. That's all I remember. I used to stick just a regular music. I used to stick a music cassette in the back of him, and he'd be like, "I don't think the thing knew what it was trying to do."
Oh God!
Right? I quit. In the 90s, we were all about tape. Like, our music was on tape, videos were on tape.
Yeah.
We loved tape in the 90s.
Mixtapes was the thing, man.
Oh
I'd be
God!
sitting up for hours in my room just dubbing like different music.
Oh, I
making
used
a
to.
mixtape out of it. Yeah.
I love making mixtapes. I made so many mixtapes of different bands, and the great thing was you get your favorite band and you make a mixtape like 90 minutes just of their best songs. Oh man, that was good. That was good fun. Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's like modern CDs are like window scrapers. Like, I'm like, sorry, Billy Idol, it's a nice day for window scraping.
I tried like taking like a Discman, getting the cassette adapter and put it in the center of the car, and you're driving along.
You gotta remember these days.
Oh, I don't
I
skip.
fucking hated that. So then I just took the disc home and just started dubbing things on a cassette tape, and that was the thing.
My car's
I
so fucking
remember
old,
when I
it's-
was like 10 years old, and my brother did a AC/DC one for me. I was like fucking orgasm. I was like TNT and Thunderstruck and all the greatest AC/DC stuff. That was just
My first
amazing.
concert was Roger Waters, and some reason I thought he looked like Richard Gere the whole time.
I used to joke with the guys I work with at my store that AC/DC was the greatest band because you could sing the Subway menu in AC/DC format and it would be fucking awesome. I want to be
I don't know how old you guys are.
with extra
Back in
cheese.
the day, Ozfest used to be the shit. Ozfest was like all your metal bands and even obscure people that didn't have a demographic but needed to land somewhere like Primus. Was
I've
that
never
this fest?
gone to any of those things.
You know
I've
what
never been much
my
of a getting a crowd of people kind of person. I usually pretty much a hermit.
you
Yeah,
know Tim,
Yeah.
Until it gets to like
Tim,
gaming conventions, then I'm there. You
Hey,
get me
Tim,
into like a gaming convention, I'm good.
Tim,
AC/DC
Tim.
question.
1 second. 1 second, please. You know what I always said. What my dream job was to be AC/DC drummer, because like, chum, 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 chum. Every single song is like dum chum dum chum dum chum dum chum dum chum dum chum. You can just sit back and relax and play dum chum. Every single song. AC/DC drummer. That's my dream job for life.
Angus Young.
I got an AC/DC question. I know this does divide the AC/DC community at times, so I'm going to ask it: Bon Scott or Brian Johnson?
Brian Johnson.
Yeah, at this point, more people, you know what I mean? You really had to be around to care about that guy.
And I
Like,
was,
I'm not saying
and I
mean-spirited,
was, but I was in the 70s, and that's my first love of AC/DC back in their early albums. So it's always going to be Bon for me, because I just
Right
think
there.
Bon had such a unique voice. I just love, and if you've ever seen him live on the videos, there's a lot of them on YouTube here. Man, that fucking guy was a great front man. He had a swagger. He'd go out bare chested and he'd just control the audience, right? Like, I always love a front man that can just grab the audience like Freddie Mercury or Roger Daltrey, just grab them, and just hold them right in to the performance. Those are the guys that I really like. So I'm a Bon Scott man. Though I give respect. Brian Johnson's a great singer. I'm not dissing him. He's very, very good. Very, very
I
good.
thought Brian Johnson was the director.
Yeah.
But
Here's
I like Bon Scott
here's
more.
here's
PvP,
the
you
thing.
just said a lot of words.
PvP.
My
That
mind is in the gutter 90% of the time.
PvP. Nobody who likes Brian Johnson is saying that Bon Scott was a bad singer.
Oh, I didn't
I
say
prefer
that.
Brian Johnson, but
Johnson.
Bon Scott was an amazing
I thought he
singer.
did too. I was
They're
about
both
to
great
do
The similar
singers.
thing would be Metallica and their former guitarist is like a similar chat.
Oh yeah,
The
I
one
mean,
that
there's a
got
lot of
head cut
bands. A
off?
lot of bands you could talk about lineup changes, right? Melted Copper. I mean, bands do go through their lineup changes over the years of time. Well, some.
Oh
bands,
yeah, I'm a
not
'90s
all.
guy, so a lot of the grunge singers are dead. This is a real thing.
Back when it was
Static
called
X,
alternative music.
Static X, right? So there's a band called Dope that basically most people mistake as Marilyn Manson due to their cover, and I guess they are now singing for Static X, and the guy literally dresses like the dead guy, which is the weirdest idea of getting a new guy to replace a guy. I mean, it's fine. It works for him. I mean, obviously, I'm a bum who looks like Charles Manson in a basement. I can't make these judgment calls, but it's still creepy.
I can.
Oh Lord.
But then again, what do I look like?
This is man makeup. When you have an ugly face as a dude, you grow a beard.
I used to have
my
one. I
mistake.
shaved it.
Nah, I could never grow a good beard. I could grow
I
a great
hate
goatee
beards,
like
but then
Spock.
again,
You
I
know,
hate shaving too.
I can
So
grow
I'm
a
in a conundrum.
great goatee like Spock and Mirror, but fuck full beard. Nah, never worked for me. I just couldn't get it to actually look good. So it's
Hey,
like,
you're lucky,
Anyway,
dude. If I was a
anyway,
skinny dip, it would look like some sort of Sasquatch was sneaking into somebody's tub and then I'd get shot. I shoot out hair like you don't even know.
Looks like Voldemort.
any,
Before or after
anyway.
he gets fucked up.
I gotta
Oh,
comb
my
my
Lord.
forearms. I'm like, combing my forearms.
So were you that guy running
Eh.
through the forest in that Sasquatch video then, Melted?
Right.
Anyway, Melted Copper, 2 more questions. First question is Ozzy Osbourne or
The Kiss
Ronnie
guy?
James
Ozzy.
Dio?
Oh,
Who's the
Dio,
best
man.
Black Sabbath singer? Singer,
Well, you know,
Osbourne or
what
Dio?
Dio is his own man, so when he sings for Black Sabbath, it just sounds like Dio. I'm just like, this is Dio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dio is his own dude, so I don't
Yeah,
really see him as
but
like the singer of
Heaven
Black
and Hell
Sabbath.
is a great fucking album.
Oh yeah, no, Dio is great. Ronnie James is awesome.
And the second question
His
is
version of Black Sabbath, I see it as a Dio album and not a Black Sabbath album.
the second question is Paul Diano or Bruce Dickinson.
Oh, Bruce Dickinson. I love him. Bruce Dickinson's great, actually, as a human being. He knows history and stuff. He's a phenomenal human. And not too many times we have a performer with a nice human.
Yeah, but the first 2 Iron Maiden albums with Paul Diano, they're great fucking albums.
Ah, man. Why did I jump in this chat? Now I'm going to be singing Run Through the Hills and shit.
Yeah.
We're
But the
only
first
got
2
a few minutes left.
The karaoke game.
Well, we'll know what happens if somebody like claims they shot a Sasquatch running through the hills.
You know, the sad thing is, because we don't have to get 1 hour photos and develop film anymore, I'm convinced there isn't a Sasquatch. Not only have we not found dead bodies, but cameras are everywhere now. If that thing was a thing,
I see them everywhere in people's yards, the little cardboard cutouts of them all over the place.
Yeah,
We had
you can see Sasquatch up here too.
We had one.
He's homeless now since the Sonics fired him, but he was a huge local star.
There was
very hard times for him.
There was this house that lived on a hill back up the highway from where I live. You drive by and they had this life-size cutout of the Sasquatch shadow, and every time you drove by, you had to look at it like, what the fuck is that?
Oh man,
I know. I see like little ones in people's yards, but this one was full size.
I seriously don't know why you people continue to keep pretending. We all know that the Sasquatch settled down and started a YouTube channel and called it Salty Tracker. And now the Sasquatch is doing his channel called Salty Tracker. Michael J. Crawford is now the Sasquatch making a career.
No, that's unfair to Sasquatch.
I'll go here to that.
Do you know that back in the day that Anti-Tracker used to have longer hair than I did and used to have really provocative opinions. You know him back in the day.
He still has long hair. He just ties it back most of the time.
No, he has short hair.
Did he cut it down? I thought he still had a knot in the back. Because I
no,
seem to remember a recent stream where he had
cut it. He used to look. He literally used to look like a Pendulette from Penn and Teller, but no, he's got his hair short. And it's weird, and but he also got a lot more conservative in the way I don't mean politically conservative, but
It's fine. He likes the
he
Daily
got
Wire.
more boring. He got more boring in the you know. He used to be more edgy and more out there.
Yeah, well, the modern world, it's like, what is edgy now? Like, there is what was jokes on In Living Color in the '90s are now real people. It
Yeah.
is what it is.
Demolition Man.
Oh, the three seashells.
Not even that. Just the entire movie. Look
Yeah.
what happened during COVID.
Right. Well,
I formally convey my presence. Not allowed to touch
Because
it.
I mean,
Yeah. The best representation I saw for all that COVID stuff. If you've
Who's
seen
talking?
Mr. Monk's last case, is Germ. If you see Mr. Monk's last case, they make a comparison. Everyone's like you now, Monk. And it's the most horrible thing in his life.
the worst part about COVID was actually the humans. So it's like these Yahtzees would be like, you gotta wear your mask and yada yada, and you're like, okay, and they'd like nitpick if it's not on your nose, and then, and this is the same world, I'm on my break and I'm gonna go give myself lung cancer smoking cigarettes, but 10 seconds ago you were worried about my life and my lungs. Okay.
Well,
I mean, I'm glad you guys care when told to care.
I work Subway and I was in the back slicing onions, and I come out. My eyes are puffy and I'm practically crying. And the lady at the counter looks at me like, "You need to send him home. He's sick." And my manager, he was just slicing onions.
Jim Copper, for me the worst part about COVID was having it, because I really felt like total dog shit. That was really shitty. That was not a pleasant disease, but obviously I survived it and I'm fine.
Are you sure you survived?
Yeah,
I'm not sure you survived.
I
think you're a zombie.
I definitely
Judging by your mental faculties right now, I think you're a zombie.
I definitely felt like total shit for a few days. That was not fun. That was definitely not the most fun disease I ever had. But obviously I survived and got over it. But that was not pleasant. I can definitely vouch for that disease not being pleasant.
Oh, I lost my my stepbrother to that disease.
Yeah, it's
I don't apologize me. I
fun.
wasn't that close. I felt more bad for my dad, my stepdad.
In my mind, I was thinking, it's his step.
I met him once. See, he was a product of a divorced house too, so he lived with his mom 90% of the time. So I hardly ever saw Steven. And so when I got the message that he died, I was like, oh, that really sucks. I wasn't close to him, he wasn't really part of my family at all.
Yeah, but realistically, the people you hate, you don't want them to die because it's nice to have someone around to hate.
Yeah, it sucks. It does. I will never say COVID was not a thing. It was a thing. It just
and I think a lot of it got blown up.
What I'm saying is,
when I had it, it was not fun. I felt like extreme fucking crap. That was really shit.
Yeah, we had a manager at one of my other stores. He had it. He said it was freaking draining. He just felt tired 90% of the time. He did recover though. He's fine.
Exactly. I recovered too, but the week I had it was nightmarish. It was just, I felt like total crap. Extreme total crap.
Yeah, I actually got worse from the treatment than from actually having it. They put that air tube down my throat. The thing scratched up my airways. It just made everything worse.
There's
I am
girls
so
on
glad
cans
I
only
didn't
that
have
do
to.
that for fun.
I didn't get into that tube thing. That was
See-
my worst fear, having that tube in the.
This family I know that owns the shop, a shop that I got a lot of my Walsh girls from. Their Todd's wife had gotten COVID. Well, actually, no, she didn't get COVID. She just got the treatment. She got the vaccine, and now she has a heart condition. And after thorough investigation, the only reason she's got the heart condition is because of the vaccine. And they got the vaccines because their daughter was really say, get the vaccine, please. They was really uppity about it. So to try and make the daughter happy, well, they went and did it. Now the worst part about the whole thing is that her insurance that was through her work said that they won't insure her anymore because she took an experimental treatment for COVID. She took the Moderna vaccine. That's not experimental.
So did I.
That's one of the vaccines.
It's
That's one of
not
the marketed
experimental.
vaccines. But her insurance said it was experimental, so they dropped her, and then she wound up quitting her job,
It's
and
not.
now she just works in the family business. But
It's actually, I have to wear glasses, and one time I was told LASIK is cosmetic surgery, and I'm like, that's like equal to if I broke my leg and needed crutches, and you said crutches are the fix. You know what I mean? It's like my eyes are a working body part that don't work, and I need glasses, and you're telling me it's not cosmetic, cosmetic. Sorry, I got punched in the face. I'm missing teeth. I don't talk so great, and I'm drinking.
Or shot.
question is, are you running into a wall there?
It did run into a wall.
I had 2 Moderna vaccines. It's not experimental. It's been more tested than any polio vaccine or anything other. And but American health insurances use any excuse to drop people.
They do.
Because they're just fucking assholes.
I think she'd have an easy lawsuit against them.
It has. Yeah.
Well, the trick
they're
is
not
the money
experimental in any way.
But, I mean, the real sad thing, though, is that she's now taking thousands of dollars of medication for her heart condition now. Because her heart's like inflamed, like it's like swollen, like it kind of grew in size a little bit, so it has some trouble. So she's got to take medication to keep that swelling down.
That wouldn't be caused by any vaccine because it's unrelated.
I would think so, but I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I'm just telling you what they told me. So
no, the vaccine just it has nothing to do with the heart. And like Melted Kappa said, she should do a lawsuit because that's just not right. None of that fits together.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't jive. Doesn't jive.
None of that fits together, and that seems like a lame excuse by an asshole company. And I have experience with that because that's not just an American thing. Asshole companies do that over here too, trying to fuck you over. And you should. She should go against that. That's just not right.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not my family, so I can't really advise them. I can say, I think I remember saying something like, "Hey, mate, do you ever think about suing them?" And I don't know if she said that there would be they couldn't afford a lawsuit, or it was maybe too much trouble. I mean, the amount of time that you sit in litigation in this country, it's I don't know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
many.
I'm
so
an
many
American,
judges will toss a case
and
for no
the
reason.
TV trial is a myth. Okay. For example, I had some problems when my mom passed, and I didn't cope with it well. So I had some legal issues, and I literally was sad last Christmas, and right before this Christmas, it was done.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
okay,
that's
yeah,
still quite a while.
Well, I lost my daughter in May, and we're still working on the property.
God,
and
I'm sorry, man. That's rough.
yeah, a motorcycle accident.
How
I
old
don't
was
have.
your daughter?
How old was she? 23.
Oh, ouch.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, it's been a rough year. It's
Yeah.
been a rough fucking year.
Man, you really do make me like a giant baby. I'm a childless guy who's really doing well. And
Yeah.
I mean, parents, I love my parents. I miss them both. But realistically,
The,
parents die and I'm the future. So I shouldn't have been as emo as I was. Where a guy like you're doing way worse things. I mean, dealing with worse things.
I sometimes wonder if I have like a family curse, because I lost my dad when I was 8, my real dad, and that was he died in a snowmobile accident. He was drinking, and he hit a telephone pole up about 10 miles that way. And
Tim,
my
I don't want
daughter
to sound dark,
dies
but
on a
you need to stay away
motorcycle.
from vehicles. That's what I've learned. I'm like, Tim, anything with wheels and cars, just stay away.
Well, I've been driving a car for years. I haven't had an issue there. I'm just thinking like I should stay away from the motorsport stuff, the snowmobiles,
There's
the
like,
motorcycles,
I mean,
the jet
I guess
skis, and
going
that
down
kind
this
of
dark
stuff.
road. I'm named after my dad, and I'll tell you what, going to a funeral of somebody who's named your name is even more weird than just a family member dying. You're just like, wow, I'm getting
Can't
into an
imagine.
existential crisis.
but yeah, what I was saying to Tim earlier about the daughter of a friend of mine who had that kid dying of cancer. I think that isn't a family curse. It's just a 2023 curse. Because last year, so much shit was happening to me. So much shit was happening to everybody I know. Literally everybody I know the last year. Complete shit happened. Everybody has been having a complete shit year last year. I don't know why. I don't know what kind of curse it is. But 2023, there was just a fucking god awful year. I don't know what it is, but it was a god awful year for everybody.
No,
We all had these
Pretty much.
complete fucking shit things happening to all of us. And I hear stories from everywhere. It's not just me, it's not just Tim, it's not just my friends, it's not just everybody. The last year was just complete, total shit for everybody.
And on that pleasant note, it's about time to end. So, well,
Alrighty.
and the depression at an all-time low. It's
Yeah.
time to stop.
We didn't even know you were still here as the host.
yeah. Let's go around. If you have anything you want to shout out, PvP, we'll start with you.
No, not a hell of a lot. I've got my music channel. I always try and upload some playlists, albums, whatever. Whatever your enjoyment is as far as music goes, go and check out my channel, because I got tons and tons and tons and tons of music up there. So probably you'll find something you might enjoy. And yeah, that's about it, Resolute.
All right. Tim, you have anything?
Well, Mr. Londell's Groovy Movies on Saturday, 3 p.m. Central Time. A lot of fun there. We have some fun. As long as I don't get a phone call in the middle of it. That happens almost every fucking time.
Go turn your phone off.
Join us in the underground at LDG #freethenet.org. Thank you. Have a great day.
LDG. LDG.
That'll make me
Gil,
happy. He might
you got
actually-
anything?
What?
I don't
You got
ever
anything
say
you
that
want to
enough.
shout
I
out,
don't
Gil?
understand that, but oh well.
LDG likes being insulted. That's his thing.
I also found out I've been
I
saying
love
the
him,
ad
by the
wrong.
way.
I didn't know
LDG.
it's hashtag. I thought it was at. I was like, he like corrected me yesterday. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
LDG just gets a kick out of being insulted. So
I just want to mention,
we all love him.
John Gill's, your avatar was awesome when you went away off camera for a minute earlier in the stream, and you had John Gill from that classic TOS episode.
TOS.
That was hilarious. I thought it was really good. Good choice of a pick.
The thing is, I've told the story before that Patterns of Force is the first time I saw Star Trek in the original voices, because I had to pirate it because the episode was banned in Germany because there was swastikas in it.
I know it was banned. Is it still banned in Germany? Maybe not.
No, it was unbanned in 2004.
Wow.
And rebanned
8
in
years.
2005.
Tim, don't interrupt me. It was unbanned in 2000. It was unbanned in 2004. 8 years after the Voyager episode, The Killing Game, came out and aired in Germany without a problem with the swastikas.
We do have to wrap up.
Which was hilarious.
So, John, do you have anything you want to shout out before we go?
To echo PvP's sentiment, if anybody wants to check out my channel, feel free. Probably nobody will, but just shouting it out. And I subscribe to you, Resolute Germ, because you dropped me the link, and we'll meet again.
I'm sure. Gorilla, you got anything you want to shout out?
Well, just by usual, we got their Walton's review tomorrow. I'm still not sure on Saturday on whether or not we'll be reviewing Return to the Lost World. Sunday we are watching Mad Max 2. Then Wednesdays is Justified, and who knows, you might get us a long stream tomorrow if I don't work.
Okay. Copper, what you got?
Oh, I got nothing to sell. In fact, I'm just thankful you let me on your show. Hopefully I wasn't rude. Hopefully I was minimally entertaining.
Come to the anagram, man.
Right, yeah, I'm learning this interwebs thing. But yeah, thanks guys. Love all of you.
Yeah.
I love cartoons. So
Yeah. Thank you for being up on the panel. Thanks to everyone who is in the chat, very active today. Remember to go vote in the community poll. We still have one day. I'll announce the winner of the poll at the end of Gorilla's Walton stream tomorrow night. Till then, take care, everybody.
Good night, guys. Good night, everybody.